Good morning, students and dear friends. Today I am going to tell you about very important concept concerning economics. In day-to-day life, we use these words, but we could not able to explain it. There are many words. Let us see here economy we use in a daily life, and it is also in a syllabus of 11th either or 11th CBSE or 12th Indian economy as a Indian economy. So there are a lot of words which we use in day-to-day life, and we must know all these concept of economics. So we are going to learn about some important concept that we must know, and we must know to explain how to explain these concepts. So, and it is also very important to when we going to understand the different laws of economics or we study economics, we that time we need these concepts also. So we are starting from first concept, economy. What is economy? Actually, in society, in economy, people earn by different means. Either they are pulling rickshaw, they are have white collar job, they are earning from business, they are working in industry, they are running a firm, either in a agriculture sector or a dairy farming, in a mining. There are a lot of works. People earn their income from that working space and earn their money, and this is, we can say, is an economy. So let us see here economy. It is a system in which people earn their income by doing economic activity. So where he works to earn money, people do their economic activity either in primary or in secondary or in tertiary sector. So these are the important concept we are going through. So this economy we try to understand it, and so here we saw in project there are economy and people works in doing some jobs or business. They are doing some independent work, either doing business extra. So we have here few words. For there is an economic activity word, and primary, secondary, tertiary sector. We will see these words in about coming slides. Next concept is economic activity. Economic activity are those activities in which we creates the production or commodity. So those activities in which commodities are created and services are provided to the people, and which have monetary value. If someone doing any work, it has worth. If someone doing any activity or economic activity, it must have money worth. So this economic activity is a continuous process. It is going through all the times, and it is a continuous process. It if we show it in a circular flow, then we will see first there is an there is a production. When production is produced in an industry, it will go to the consumers, they will consume it, and few consumers, few person, what they earn their money from doing economic activity, they save, and few percentage of their income they will use in consumption, and they save some money from their earning, and what they earn, the people who wants to get more profit for um, investing their money, they invest their money by its saving, or either by taking loan from any bank. So this is an economic activity which is in a continuous process. There is a few concept, production, consumption, saving and investing are going through it in a circular motion flow. So this is a concept of economics, economic activity. Here we see there is an economic activity going on. First of all, we do the production, we produce something, goods, commodity, and it will be or outside the country. So it is in a circular way, it is going on, and it is an continuous process. Now what we saw there is the other concept. We saw there is a production, consumption, distribution, investment. We can now going through these words. Production, what is production? A production is a process by which we create an utility to a object which has monetary value, is known as production. So first of all, what to do with a object? We have to create an utility in this ऑब्जेक्ट में यूटिलिटी उत्पन्न करनी है, which has a monetary value, is known as production. A production is a process by which we create an utility to a object. उत्पादन में एक ऐसी प्रक्रिया है जिसमें हम क्या करते हैं कि उपयोगिता उत्पन्न कर देते हैं वस्तु में, which has a monetary value, जिसकी की मौद्रिक मूल्य होता है, is known as production. Other concept is what is consumption, how we explain it, what is this word, can we able to explain it? Let us we try it. If a person willing to buy a thing in a given price, first of all he has to pay the given price, and he is also willing to buy a thing. He is must expectancy of that product, and he wants to give that price of a commodity, and that is very essential to him. He think the product is very essential to him and he use it personally. This is known as consumption. The other word is distribution, the exchange of a goods with the use of money. These goods are widely spread either in a country or outside the country. It is also well maintained in a stock for exchange. So what is distribution? We see here we are exchanging the goods by using money, and it can be sent either in a interior of the territory of India or outside the territory of India, and this is also well maintained in a stock for doing exchange after some time when it gets worth of these things. The next word is investment. To spend their money in a economic activity. So the investors are very eager to earn money. They are very keen to get money from spending what they spend their money. To spend their money in an economic activity to earn more money be known as investment. So now we can see some basic concept what we see in an economy or economic activity. We see few words: primary sector, what is primary sector, what is secondary sector, what is tertiary sector. We will see here the meaning of these words. The sector, primary sector, we see here the meaning of primary sector: the sector in which we get product first time from the nature. The sector in which we get product first time from the nature. Example: agriculture. We produce maize, makkah, wheat, rice, paddy means we get the first time product from the land. Either the mining, we dug out the coal, iron, gold, silver, etc. ores of the different metals from by doing digging, by mining, logging. Other is fishing, farming, dairy works, extra. These are different works we will do in a different primary sector, and we get the product first time from this. Now actually what happens, we will getting this all the product first time from the nature. That's why it is a primary sector. The other is secondary sector. The second one is secondary sector. Thus the sector in which we get raw material. First of all, we are going to get the raw material from the primary sector. We get raw material from the primary sector, and after that we will manufacture it in a industry, such as we get wood, we get iron, we get rubber, and we use them in a scooter. Chair, we get wood from a primary sector and we have used it by making a chair. Car, we get different iron, steel, rubber, different bronze, extra from the different sector from primary sector, and we use it by in a making of car, mobile, extra, cloth, extra. There are different things. All the things which are made in an industry simply be as concerning secondary sector. Now the tertiary sector, all the services what we get is in a tertiary sector. Let us see herein we have defined it. The sector in which we provide services to the consumers. Example: bus, train, doctor, teacher, communication, extra. All type of transportation, either in a air, either in a land or in a sea. All type of transportation convenience are involving in this tertiary sector. It may be bus, train, aeroplane, ship. The other services of communication, whatever, mobile, television, etc. The services provided by the doctor, by the teacher, and all the services are involving in a tertiary sector. So these are the concept. Now we can see the different countries of a world have their own system, their own economic system, how they deal. They have different type of raw material resources. Now the countries have to use them in a very scarcely manner to maximize their profits. So in different countries the mechanism of economic system works system. So there are different types. We can divide the economic system. So let us see the economic system. An economic system is a mechanism, also defined as system or social institution, which deals with the production, means resources, distribution and consumption of goods and services in a particular society. So there are different types of economic system. First, capital economic system, socialist economic system, and socialism. There is capitalism, there is socialism, and here is mixed economy. The three different type of economic system we are going to learn and understand. So what are they? So first of all, there is a capitalism. There is a word capitalism. So what happened there? The economic system in which all the resources mostly governed and controlled by the private owners. So this is their main motive is to maximize their profit. Private owners control the mechanism. So first of all, to understanding all these three concepts of capitalism, socialism and mixed economy, we have to think over it. How will we start this definition? So we must know we must learn or we must understand these words. There are resources and who are going to govern this and who are going to control these resources. So this is the important word. The resources mostly governed and controlled by the private owner. What happens in socialism and what happens in mixed economy? This is the point. We must know and we must understand this. If we are going through it, we can easily define these words: capitalism, socialism and mixed economy. So what is a capitalism? The economic system in which all the resources mostly governed and controlled by the private owners. Who control this? By private owners. Their main motive is to maximize their profit. Their motive is to maximize their profit, and private owners control the mechanism of the pricing of a product. What mechanism? Control mechanism of pricing. We have to understand it. The mechanism of pricing the product, the price of a product. So what we see here in a picture, in capitalism, there is a power or control is there governing by the private owners. There are multinational companies. Role of private sector is very important. There are few works of public sectors, the social welfare of this capitalism also. So now we see here, this is the concept of economics. And now socialism, the next concept is socialism, the economic system in which all the resources mostly governed by the government of a country. So what we see here, we see here the resources are governed or controlled by the government of a country, and their main motives is to do a welfare of the society. They are doing a welfare of the society. They are offering, the government is offering and making some social welfare work. The education, they are providing education, the government is providing education, the health system, they are making some construction work. This is known as socialism. The resources are governing by the government of a country and they are controlling the system, and socialism is doing welfare of the society. So socialism, here we saw we all united, and the government is also doing a concluding work for a country peoples. Democratic socialism is a must need there. Mixed economy, the other concept of economics is mixed economy. What is mixed economy? Actually, in mixed economy, some countries or few countries have mixed economy in their countries. When India get independence in 1947, after that Indian economists, they probably choose the mixed economy as they have taken the merits of capitalism and the merit of socialism together and make a new economy known be as mixed economy. So we will here define the economy, mixed economy, the economic system in which all the resources of a country is governed by both private sector and a government sector. So what happens there? The economic system, it is a economic system in which all the resources of a country, these resources, all the resources of a country governed by the both private sector and a government sector, and their motives is both, their main motive is both maximization of profit as well as welfare of a society. So this is a mixed economy, and here we see a picture mixed economy. They used capitalism, they used socialism, their merits, and mixed economies are of they involve private sector as well government sector, and as it they work. The other concept, now if we will divide a country as their incomes or by their standard of living or by their maintaining of a country, how they maintain their resources, what is their production, consumption, extra. So we can divide the countries in three different concepts: developed countries, or this one is developing country, developed country, developing country, and third one is underdeveloped country. So this word is developing country, we considered it as developing country, and first one is developed country, the country which has extremely utilized their resources, their national income and per capita income is very high, their income and per capita income is very high, the consumption, production, science and technology is very qualitative. Example, the country which involved in this developed country, USA, Britain, the other so many countries are there which are in developed countries, which are developed countries. The country, again we will try it, the country which has utilized their resources. Again we are defining our definition or meaning by resources. If a country utilize their resources, they have more national income and per capita income very high, the consumption is high, the production is high, science and technology is very qualitative or very high standard, maintaining high standard, these are the developed countries, such as example USA, Britain. Now we will understand developing country. The word is developing country. The country which is trying to utilize their resources, the country which is trying to utilize their resources, these countries are trying to improve their national income. They are trying, they are doing their best, they are improving, they are increasing, they are making money, they are making industry, they are improving, yeah, maximizing, increasing their national income, per capita income, they are trying. So these countries are developing countries. The countries which is trying to utilize their resources, these countries are trying to improve their national income and per capita income. These countries are trying to improve their consumption, production, science and technology towards qualitative norms. Example, India and Brazil. They are trying their best to improve themselves, and they are in a path of develop or development. So these are be known as developing countries. These are the concept of economics. Now the third one is underdeveloped countries. The countries which are not able to utilize. So here we see resources were not utilized. The country which are not able to utilize their resources, their national income and per capita income is very low. Their national income and per capita income is very low, obviously. The consumption, production, science and technology are of very low quality. The quality of their science and technology production extra is very low. Example, Afghanistan, Angola, extra. Now there is very important concept, GDP. We will see the concept GDP everywhere, but we have to understand it. The production of a good and services in a definite territory of a country in a definite period of time. Let us see, there is a definite time, either we may say 2021, and each and every country has their territory. Within it, all the production of goods and services are be known as, which also have some monetary value, which has a monetary values, be known as GDP. So again we will try it to understanding the production of a good and services in a definite territory of a country in a definite period of time, which has a monetary value, be known as GDP. The next important concept is per capita income. If in a definite territory of a country there are a lot of people living, the people earning their income, few people are earning in crores, some people are earning in lakhs, some people in thousands, some people in hundreds. So we will, first of all, we will calculate all the income of a country, and there is a population of a country in every state. We will take first of all the population of a country, not of states, of a district. We will take all the population of a country and also take the total income of a country. And what will we do? We will divide the total income by total population. We get the per capita income. What we will put above the line? We will put total income, and below the line we will put total population. So now we will define it easily. The total income of a country divided by its total population is known as per capita income. Actually, few learners or students misconcept these both words, GDP and per capita income, where if a question is define per capita income, learners or students Mostly in a defining per capita income, he write the definition of GDP. When they were asked about GDP, they write the definition per capita income. So sometimes some person misconcept these words GDP and per capita income, and there are different 8 concept of GDP. We will I have made some videos concerning GDP and national income. Now we will see other important concept. If a person says open or closed economy, we get perplexed. How will we define this open or closed economy? Now we will see here what is open economy. If a country opens to all the other countries, if a country opens to all the other countries of the world for trade and exchange, is known as an open economy. Simply, we will define it. If a country opens to all the other countries of the world for trade and exchange, is known as an open economy. What is closed economy? If a country does not opens to all the other country for trade and exchange, is known as a closed economy. So if the countries are does not opens to all the other country for the trade of the world for trade and exchange, is known as closed economy. Now here we see the very important concept, human development index. What is this human development index? We are trying to understand this concept. The human development index is a statistic, आंकड़ा है, statistic है, of composite index of what it includes. First of these is life expectancy, second one is education, third one is per capita income. If we see here, these are the including concept life expectancy, education, per capita income is involved here in a composite index of human development index. Actually, these human development index is initially it was first introduced as a historical index of known as historical index of human development. That means HIHD. It was developed in 1870, near about 1870 by Leonardo Paredes de la Escosura. So it is about something in 1870, and at present human development index, it is known as human development index, is based on Pakistani economist Mehboob ul Haq. He used this word life expectancy, education, per capita income. He included these things for a SDI. If we see 2020's SDI ranking, Norway ranks first. The second one is Ireland. The third is Switzerland. There are so many countries in a ranking. India gets position of 131st in SDI of 189 countries. So there are different concepts. If you like